This is NAF Global News. We bring you breaking news. Breaking news, March 3, 2026. Abiemnhom. Authorities in the Ruweng administrative area are appealing for urgent humanitarian assistance following deadly violence in Abiemnhom County. Local officials confirm that an attack carried out by armed youth early Sunday morning has left at least 169 people dead, an increase from the earlier reported figure of 120. Due to the high number of casualties, the victims were laid to rest in a mass grave later the same day. How long can civilians survive without food, shelter, and protection? James Moni Luke Mijok, the information minister for Ruweng, said the attack forced thousands of residents to flee their homes. The situation in Abiemnhom is worrying. Our people have been forced to run for safety, and they are now in dire need of humanitarian assistance, Mijok said. He called on the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management and Humanitarian partners to intervene immediately. According to authorities, displaced civilians have scattered to several locations, including Abyei, parts of Warrap State, nearby villages and surrounding bush areas. The United Nations mission in South Sudan base in Abiemnhom town. Families are scattered, and many spent the night without shelter or basic necessities, Mijok added. How did armed youth carry out such a deadly attack without intervention? Who will be held accountable for them? The Ruweng information minister also urged the national government to take action against officials in Unity State, specifically mentioning the governor and the commissioner of Abiemnhom County. The national government must take responsibility and hold the governor of Unity State together with commissioner of Abiemnhom County accountable for what has happened, he said. The current situation, authorities say the exact number of displaced people is still unknown. Although some residents have begun returning cautiously, we are still assessing the situation, Mijok stated. That's the latest on this developing story.
South Sudan. People's Liberation Movement, Army, SSPLM-A. Office of the Chairman. Date: February 27, 2026. Subject: Formal advisory to the United States administration regarding the duplicity and corruption of the Salva Kiir Mayardit regime. The United States government, under the leadership of President Donald Trump, must exercise extreme caution and not be deceived by the corrupt administration of Salva Kiir Mayardit. While the United States has generously provided billions of dollars in humanitarian assistance intended for the South Sudanese people, this aid has been systemically diverted. In a tragic irony, U.S. taxpayer funds are being leveraged by the current regime to procure weaponry, which is then deployed in a campaign of violence against the Nuer community. By failing to monitor the ultimate destination of these resources, the U.S. inadvertently becomes complicit in the ongoing atrocities. The Nuer constitute the primary support base for the SPLM-IO, the leading opposition party that has resisted President Kiir's failed governance since 2013. Throughout this protracted conflict, the South Sudanese government has exploited international aid as a financial smokescreen to smuggle advanced armaments into the country, specifically targeting civilians within SPLM-IO territories. Declarations of the SSPLM-A rejection of deception. We formally declare to the international community that we no longer accept the empty promises of Salva Kiir. His history proves he has no intention of serving the populace. His sole priority is the consolidation of power through the misappropriation of national resources and foreign aid. A unified opposition. The political landscape has evolved. While the regime may attempt to manipulate the SPLM-IO or the Trump administration, the SSPLM-A and various other emerging factions remain vigilant and will not be misled. Mandate for removal. I, General Mun, both Jock, Chairman and Commander-in-Chief of the SSPLM-A, hereby declare our commitment to the removal of Salva Kiir from office by any necessary means. His tenure is defined by state-sponsored terrorism, mass displacement, and a total lack of integrity. Call to action. The ambition of this regime is not progress, but the subjugation of the South Sudanese people. We officially invite all who are weary of the government's systemic dishonesty to join our movement. Our objective is clear: achieving total regime change as a non-negotiable prerequisite for any future peace negotiations. We pray for the strength and the allies necessary to liberate South Sudan from this tyranny. And People's Liberation Movement, Chuck Army, SSPLMA.
Welcome to the heart of Africa, where culture meets creativity.
Join us on North Global News, your ultimate channel for inspiring news and stories across the continent.
From the deep traditions of South Sudan and Ethiopia,
to the rhythm of African music, the power of sports, the rise of technology, and the beauty of our wildlife and nature, this is Africa Reimagined.
Share our stories. Keep Africa united through culture, knowledge and pride.
Uniting Africa through stories and culture.
Subscribe now to North Global News. Share Africa's culture with the world.